Welcome to the Sunday service of CSLN. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family. The Center for Spiritual Living Nashville offers spiritual tools for anyone seeking a deeper connection with God, Spirit, a higher power, or universal truths. Be sure to subscribe below if you enjoy our programs. Now please enjoy today's service.
Hello, and welcome to Center of Spiritual Living Nashville Sunday's broadcast. We have a great program for you today, featuring a message from Rosemary Cathcart, music by Julie and Rusty Rust, plus prayer and readings by our practitioners. Also, our board member, Karen Sorensen, will have a few announcements at the end. So here's Julie Rust.
Lately my mind's been spinning about. Usually I can figure things out. Sleeping in late and so uninspired. I've got to find out what's killing my fire. I'll take a chance and see what I find. Lead with my feelings and not with my mind. I'll follow my broken heart. There may be shadows, it might be dark. I won't let that stop me, that's where I'll start. Follow my broken heart. I'll follow my broken heart. I'm gonna put the books on the shelf, whatever it takes to heal myself. I'll beat with the bat, I'll dance till I break. I'll scream and I'll shout, or I'll meditate. Now here it comes, the sadness and fear. Wash it away with courageous tears. I'll follow my broken heart. There may be shadows, it might be dark. I won't let that stop me, that's where I'll start. Follow my broken heart. All my life, watch the seasons change. Now my heart, it can do the same. I'll follow my broken heart. There may be shadows, it might be dark. I won't let that stop me, that's where I'll start. Follow my broken heart. I'll follow my broken heart. Follow my broken heart.
Thank you, Julie and Rusty. That was really beautiful. Now, here we go to hear Gwendolyn Smith do a reading and a spiritual mind treatment. It is what we call an affirmative prayer.
Hello, my name is Gwendolyn Smith. I will be your practitioner today, and I will do the reading and a treatment. Let us begin. Our state of being affects all of life. This is how we begin to change the world, by first changing ourselves. The future of humanity does not rest on one person, leader, or Messiah with a greater consciousness to show us the way. Rather, it requires the evolution of a new collective consciousness. Older structures and paradigms are collapsing. We should not face this with fear, anger, or sadness, because this is the process by evolution and new things occurring. We should face the future with a whole new light, energy, and consciousness. Old has to fall apart before new flourishes. We must stand for principle, value, and moral imperatives like love, freedom, justice, truth, and equality. We achieve this through the power of the collective. We will unite behind the energy of oneness. This is when standing up for truth is no longer personal, but through unifying and building communities becomes universal. We're going through an initiation, a rite of passage, one level of consciousness to challenge the fabric of who we are, so we can grow to greater potential. When we see, remember, and awaken to who we truly are, human beings can move as a collective consciousness, emerging into our true nature, which is to give, to love, to serve, and to take care of one another and earth. And so it is. This is by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. Treat with me. Take a breath. In this holy instance, I have taken on the fullness of life with knowing there is a healing and revealing with perfect unfoldment, opening up to the divine love with gratitude, joy, appreciation, inspiration, healing, wholeness, freedom, reverence, and the joy to be alive. I affirm all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, and the highest potential possibilities for CSLN's dreams, visions, and goals are navigated by the drawing power of spirit and is unfolding like a blooming flower. I release this treatment to the highest, knowing that all is well, all is good, and all is God. And so it is.
Thank you, Gwendolyn. That was beautiful. Now, we're going to hear a message from Rosemary Cathcart.
Hello, how lovely to be with everyone this morning. I was so excited when Gregory Fisher invited me to be your speaker this weekend. What a great opportunity to serve this incredible community. The last time I spoke, I was in a wheelchair, so it's really a treat to be standing up. I'm very grateful at all the help I had during that time. It's such a great opportunity for me to be here today in this extraordinary studio with my longtime friend, Lynn Bennett. To me, he is the original soul man minister. And if you don't know what that reference is about, why not ask Reverend Bennett yourself? I'm sure he will be happy to tell you. Isn't God gracious? So gracious and good that this community has been provided with the means to stay in touch and to present a cohesive, well-orchestrated program week after week. It's a team effort. Despite whatever is happening in the world, this message still continues. The team effort between the board holding the vision for this community and wonderful people like Lynn Bennett and this great team of folks who are in the studio, please extend a gracious thank you to everyone. They certainly deserve it. There are no limits to God. And in my mind, in my world, that's just one more example of how divine order operates in action every day for all of us. If we are able to pay attention closely enough, which is the tricky part, we find that such demonstrations of generous, creative opportunity called spiritual grace are happening moment by moment by moment. We just have to pay attention. But all too often, we get so distracted by gossip, frustrations, anger, hurt feelings, lost in some illusion or another of how things should be, what we thought were going to be taking place, or even worse still, how they ought to be. We do that all the time. But that's such a trap to fall into. It's a bottomless pit of despair. It's also a uniquely human trap, and one that many of us strive for years to scramble out of, to be released from the grips of harmful patterns of thinking and being. Expectations are such tricksters, and being a human being is messy. It's filled with uncomfortable emotions, potholes, and ultimately, it's all quite exhausting. This sacred community, and it is a sacred community, which I have been privileged to be a part of in varying capacities for many years, is now morphing into the next stage of its growth. Growth is awkward, it's quite unpredictable, with no particular end date in sight. Remember the terrible twos? That awful first dance in middle school? Are they going to pick me? Whew. And worse still, that recitation in civics class when you were standing at the very front of the room, feeling totally naked to the whole world, just like the king with no clothes. Awkward. Growth is always awkward. Dramatic change is not just happening at CSL Nashville, but across the entire globe. In my June 5th astrological newsletter, I stated, quote, "We are in a period of transformation and renewal. This is true for individuals, systems, governments, and the world order as we have come to know it." End quote. This change will be going on for quite some time. So flip it around in your thinking to be something to be welcomed and decide to be a part of this miracle in the making. We are at a moment of great transformation, not only in this center, but in the world through a global health crisis and our beloved country through unprecedented civil unrest. The opportunities for growth and lasting change have never been better. It is a true moment in time to share our empathy, our kindness, and our open hearts. I've been a student of life forever. In fact, in the Strength Finder vernacular, one of my top 5 strengths is learner. So I am the student who loves to learn and then share it with others. When I was going through my sacred Native American training, among the many teachers I was privileged to work with, was Dahani Wahu, an esteemed elder with the Cherokee Nation of North Carolina. At a workshop on conflict resolution, I eagerly awaited my 30-minute private audience with her. I was done with being in conflict. I was over it. I did not want to be in conflict with people anymore, and I wanted a step-by-step process to follow to avoid conflict in any shape or form. It's why I went to that workshop at the Ananda Ashram in Monroe, New York in the first place. Translate that to me, and I really wanted my money's worth, right? As I naively expressed my hopes to this deeply reverent and skilled woman, I watched her eyes darken just a little bit, as she maintained her razor-sharp focus on me and said, "But my dear, you were born for conflict. It's only by facing conflict head on that we truly know what we are made of. It's the only way through." I was devastated and confused and frightened at the road ahead. However, in the ensuing years, I have also learned more than ever to trust in my own deep internal body wisdom. It has always steered me correctly. My path is not your path, nor is yours mine. But some roads must be walked alone. I have learned to be brave, faking courage many times en route to my ultimate good fortune. I have also learned that sometimes things must crack wide open in order to let the real light shine through. This community of CSLN is a magnet for light and has proven time and time again to be a magnet for extraordinary people from all walks of life, and each seeking a better way to be and a better way to be of service to the greater whole. You are right now at a moment of brilliant creation and recreation based on the abiding principles that have guided the Science of Mind teachings for generations. In the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes says, quote, "Faith is real to the one who experiences it, and it cannot be denied to the mind of the one who has proven it. We should have faith that there is but one mind. This mind is the essence of creativeness and the essence of goodness. It is available to all. Faith knows that the universe itself is a spiritual system, that man is a part of this system. Faith is not hope. It is substance. It does not look away from itself, but it looks within itself." End quote. With that in mind, I'm suggesting that each of us investigate the name of this center more in depth. Center for Spiritual Living, Nashville. It's a center. It's a welcoming hub. It's the focal point. It's a place that is warm and welcoming to all who enter it. Spiritual, indicating that work of a divine nature is taking place within. Living, the breath of life. How glorious to be alive and to claim it for oneself. Nashville, our amazing and very fortunate community that reaps the rewards of our presence every day, and the place where the Reverend Dr. Mitch Johnson first had the inspiration, the courage, and the vision to make all of this happen. He created the foundation for what is now. The opening page of your excellent website states, "We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing the gifts of active compassion and kindness to the world. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life by changing your mind." Let's hit those highlights again. We, all of us, are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing gifts of active compassion and kindness to the world. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life by changing your mind. Yes, you absolutely can, but you cannot do that if you're stuck. If you're stuck in the past. The past is dead. Life is unfolding right this very moment, right this very precious second, and the next second, and the next, and the next. This is from Marianne Williamson, and it seems so profound to include today. Forgiveness is the choice to see people as they are now. By bringing the past into the present, we create a future just like the past. By letting the past go, we make room for miracles. Have the courage, please, it takes so much courage, to give up your claim on whatever happened in the past and invite your consciousness to join you in this present moment. You know, life and consciousness are ongoing. They are not back there. They are not in the past. The past is over, it's dead. Give it up. Move forward. Forward with your awareness. Forward with your consciousness. Forward with your thinking, so that you can join in this present moment, this very precious moment, so that you can be a full participant in this brilliant transformation that is happening right now in this community. Parker J. Palmer, who is the founder of the Center for Courage and Renewal, has a Circle of Trust touchstones for safe and trustworthy space. And it's a flyer, a handout he gives out to everyone participating in the workshops to create the tone to make everyone feel included and part of a community. And this is one of those touchstones. Quote, "When the going gets rough, turn to wonder. Turn from reaction and judgment to wonder and compassionate inquiry. Ask yourself, I wonder why they feel and think this way. And then flip it around. I wonder what my reaction teaches me about myself. Set aside judgment to listen to others and to yourself more deeply." Isn't that wonderfully profound? That idea of, I wonder what my reaction is teaching me now about myself and who I am. Growth is always an inner journey. I also wanted to share something with you that I have used for many years in my personal practice because I have a very busy brain. And I share this with all of my clients. It's an ancient Sufi exercise that helps me remain balanced and objective. It's especially great if I'm in a place like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and I glance at a patron and kind of size them up, and then I glance at what's in their shopping cart, and boy, can I move to judgment in a nanosecond. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that really judgmental, ornery person. I spent a lot of time there in the past. The name of this exercise is called Just Like Me. And if you only memorize that statement, just like me, you'll be a million miles ahead. Just like me. Just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for themselves. Just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in their life. Just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. Just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill their needs. Just like me, this person is learning about life. Very simple, but so profound. If you would like a copy of that, or if you would like to be on my mailing list, you can reach me at rosemarycathcart@yahoo.com, and I would be very happy to send that to you. When I joined your June 7th service online, I was particularly moved by the photo montage that closed out the program. So many wonderfully talented people and inspiring people, all sharing time and space, laughing, having a real sense of deep community within the walls of the Center for Spiritual Living, Nashville. It truly opened my heart, and perhaps it did yours as well. And if you haven't watched it, it's still online. Please take a look. It might remind you of who you are a part of. I, for one, am looking forward to what comes next and how we all can join together to create sustainable community that thrives and expands itself naturally with hearts full of love and not a concrete jungle. Nothing can be set in concrete and be the same day after day after day. One of the definitions of a guru or the divine is that that individual has an endless repertoire of responses. They never know because they are open to the divine wonder. They have a template, they have rules of conduct, which we all need. Some people call them bylaws, but then we are open to the magic. And each individual person in this community brings their own brand of magic. William Arthur Ward, who is the author of Fountains of Faith, has said, quote, "Real optimism is aware of problems, but recognizes solutions, knows difficulties, but believes they can be overcome, has reason to complain, but chooses to smile." I don't know about you guys, but between the shape of the world with our COVID-19 and all the deep sorrow that's happening with so many citizens in the world, it's really time to believe in magic. And it's really, really time to cast our vision on a higher star. So I'm going to try that. I'm looking forward to being a more active part of this community, and I can't wait to share time with each of you. I brought with me, for good luck, I don't know if you can see this, but this is a magnet that I have had for eons of time. And it was from the original Religious Science of Nashville that said, RSN, Creative and Conscious Community. One heart is the center of divine love and the perfect circulation of it. And that's from Ernest Holmes. I think it's right on. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend this time with you today. It has been a joy of my heart to be with you. I'll close with Namaste. Namaste has many translations. The one that I like best is that when I am in that place where I truly know who I am, and you are in that place within yourself as well, there can only be one of us. One of us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Rosemary. What a beautiful message. Thank you. And now, we'll hear some music by Julie and Rusty Rust.
Where has my heart led me now? How did I arrive here? This place is so unfamiliar. How do I move on from here? Why am I so frightened? There's nothing here but silence. I'm afraid of here. I'm afraid of now. I'm afraid I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. Will you catch me? Why do I have to control every situation? This place might be inspiration. All that I know is the past, and that I just let go of. What have I got here to go on? I believe in love. I believe in you. I believe that you know what you're doing. So I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. And you'll catch me. How do I take the first step? Are there any secrets? Do I just choose to believe this? What if I jump and I fall? What if my faith falters? Do I have to start over? I believe in love. I believe in you. I believe that you know what you're doing. So I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. I'll take the leap of faith. And you'll catch me. I'm gonna take the leap of faith.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie and Rusty Russ. Once again, what a beautiful music. Thank you for your message. And now is the time for us to give back to CSLN. You can go to loveCSLN.com, or you can get out your checkbook and write a check to CSLN, or look at the website and to find our address. We do look forward to hearing from you and receiving from you. And now, let's hear a message from our Board of Director, Karen Sorensen.
Hi, everybody, and good morning. My name is Karen Sorensen, and as Gregory Fisher announced last week, that I'm newly elected to the Board of Trustees, and I'm going to be serving 2 years out of the 3-year term that was open. Because I had been a bookkeeper at a church a while back, they asked me if I would be willing to be the treasurer for the CSLN Board of Trustees, and I have agreed to that, so I will be serving in that capacity. We need your support, and we're going through a wonderful transformation right now. And we've got a lot of feedback. We've gotten a lot of great ideas. And so we're continuing to ask you for those ideas. So some of the feedback we've gotten is people want to participate, and we would love for you to volunteer. Now you could sit on a committee or just give your ideas in an email or a phone call. That would be wonderful too. So some of the areas that have come up is, how are we going to reopen the center? And what is that going to look like? What and how can we logistically do this according to Nashville's Phase 3? So we're looking for people to help us. We're going to have to do some physical things inside the building. But again, how would that look when you walk into the center and all the logistics that go with it? Another topic that we've gotten feedback on is, how can we get more kids, more youth to come to the center? And so there's several people who are interested in working with the youth, either in the classrooms or being part of a musical production or some sort. And so we would love for you, if this is something that you'd like to be working with or helping us with, to be part of the youth. Gregory Fisher is the go-to person right now for Sunday service messages. And he has requested that if you have any suggestions, to please give him a call. And he said that I could certainly give you his phone number, and it is 615-496-4324. And I want to tell you, we have some great upcoming messages. We have Dennis Merritt Jones. We have Sherry Quander coming. We have Stowe Daly and Karen Taylor Good, also known as Stowe Good. And we also have someone you might have heard of, Reverend Dr. Mitch Johnson, and he'll be returning over the summer to help us out. Also, Larry Fargali is on vacation, but he is returning, and before he left, he asked or put out there to anybody who is interested in helping him with music. So please contact us or him through the center's website if music is something that you would like to help participate in. We've also had some feedback about the building and maybe doing some restoration, some updating. And if you have any ideas or are willing to help with that, please contact us as well. Lastly, we want to give a big thank you to Donna Michael. She has been a wonderful help in securing speakers for our Sunday messages, and we thank her for her vast knowledge of wonderful speakers to ask and have on our platform. So if any of these ideas or comments that you want to make, please contact CSLN website. There is a section called Contact Us, and that would be a great way to get a hold of us. If you want to contact a board member individually, that would be fine as well. So we appreciate you. We're glad you're back with us. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and have a blessed week.
Thank you for joining us today. We do look forward to seeing you in person. We hope to be operating from our center again in just a few weeks. Please bear with us. Please keep us in your prayers. Until we meet again, namaste.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, CSLNNashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at loveCSLN.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday.